name is Philip Henderson. For as long as I could remember, I've been fascinated with the spirit world. The only true reality of life is death. Death comes to all. Astral dwellers, elemental ones, extraterrestrials, multi-dimensional travelers. All this I've summed up to mean the XRealm. Come with me to the XRealm projects, where I'll show you real people and how they interact with the XRealm.
We've lived in this home for just over 10 years. We smelt the cigarette smoke fairly predominantly after initially moving in, and that was more frequent. It's become less as the years have gone on, and that was basically near the kitchen, like the bench, and then a little bit in the hallway.
And I had to ask my carer to come to clean the house, because she smelled and you think it wasn't her imagination, it's actually happening to her, and she starts smelling it too. There's, like my husband said, rotten meat.
Yeah, we've smelled that once. That was just recently.
There's something here, there's more than one, and whatever they are, you can't explain. It's very intelligent. Very bright and intelligent, and loves reading books, steals me books, fortune telling books, takes papers, moves things around, loses my keys. And there was the stove turn on, there was the water heater.
Seen the burnt wires on the circuit breaker and the scorched box from the water heater. We brought the electricians in, and the circuit breaker we had put all new ones in like some years ago. The company that we use is a good reputable company, and they've come back out again, and the circuit breaker that was buggered up had a loose wire, and that shorted out. It was all burnt out.
In the backyard I was looking for this black person was looking at me, and I sort of look at them and then they walk away, but it's completely torn black. I showed the whole body was black. I sleep here sometimes watching TV like every woman does when you get tired. And I wake up and I haven't had a cat for years and years, but there was a cat on the bottom of my feet. And when I wake up I'm always cold. I'm freezing. It could be a hot day and I'm freezing. While I was at the house I do feel uneasy, and sometimes when John's at work I know that last night I was really cranky because I'm going to fight back, because it's my house, not their house. And it's like they're trying to take over and I'm not going to take over. So that's all I told them last night. You're not going to do it, and that's it. It's my house.
Okay, we're starting the investigation. That's a lovely family's home in Orange, New South Wales. Just going to start doing the baseline check. We've got the REM mill, got the full spectrum camera, and we've got a body camera there that's got really good sound pickup. The power's turned off in the home, and while we're inside, the EMF was just going quite high, actually up to 20. That's temperature variation because we're outside. Okay, let's go and have a look what's inside this home.
The house that we reside in is a duration cottage in Orange, built in the 40s for the workers in the ammunition factory at the time during World War II. They only meant for the war, like sort of thing, but they far exceeded that.
in the bathroom, I was in the bathroom and I heard this chill. And I turned around, look, imagination, you know, chill. And it was as clear as you could hear it.
2.1 temperature variation. When I opened that door, a different temperature came in. So during this process, don't talk to spirit, it's all like gadgets, looking at energy variations. 2.6, 2.9, 3.3. Going to sit here and do a spirit box session shortly with the part 2 as well, and we'll see if we can connect to whatever's emanating this energy. 10, 11. Awesome. So the high readings are coming from here and where John was talking about the cigarette smell. It's there, wasn't it? Oh, 12. All right. So now what we do is the levels we've got, when we start talking and calling out to spirit, we'll just see if the levels change. So that's the baseline sweep done. So that's recording. Yep. Sweet. Turn this up. Did you get any? So at the moment the spirit box is just scanning the bandwidth. Nothing so far there. You're running on a road of fear, aren't you? Pray that you become nothing like the darkness you live in. I ain't got nothing for you, buddy. Now, we got no response on the spirit box that we could say was an intelligent answer or phrase. And this just goes to show in other areas where we do, well, it's not just a radio station. I'm putting this EMF detector in the hallway where I just put the compasses. All right, at the moment I've got the SLS, we've got a few gadgets monitoring the hallway. So I just have a little peek at what I've done here. Got the body camera, SLS camera, REM pod, proximity detector, and EMF detector with 2 compasses. And what we're going to do is we're just going to light a candle and ask the spirit to make themselves known by coming into the hallway. A candle is one of those, it can be used as a proxy, as a way of talking to the spirits. Like it's totally natural to do that. When you go to church, you'll see the candles. You light a candle for the, if you want to say something you're guilty about or give a blessing to someone, light a candle, that'll reinforce what you want. So we're hoping to get a stick figure on there and the detectors to be activated. Jill, we're going to try and focus on inviting the spirits that you want to ask questions about to go into the hallway and let them actually manifest themselves, just so we can validate your experience of the paranormal. Was there any spirit here that died in this home? Can you make yourself known by tapping on the wall or going near something with a light? Can you repeat after me? I feel like it's, I don't feel anything, I feel peace here. All right, John, come back. That's what we want to get.
That's what I said too.
All right, we want to see the stick figure.
You don't have it, you only got it.
So,
I said I really like the French bed.
it seems to be, when I pointed at your column, that's got the 2 power points there. But really, that's a, if you go to another PowerPoint like over here, it's, what's the difference? You know, that's,
You based it on it, and
old queen. So what's the difference there to there? 20, 36, 30. Now I'm near a power point, which is, yep, fair enough. But that's 45 there, 45 milligauss. Why is...
Nearly 10 times as much.
Check out this, guys. Look at the amount we get to. Why is your kitchen column so energized?
It was up to 140 the other, just before.
You know, it'd be good, John, if you could turn the power off for 10 seconds. 70, 185. Oh my God, why is that emanating EMF? Okay, we've turned the power off in the house. That has not changed the EMF. I'm going to wait for it to go back on. That's your security system backup light going on. But we're getting high numbers still. It's gone down a little bit, but that's still a crazy amount. Okay, so you saw some variation there with the EMF when the lights came on. It actually went low, but I don't understand why the power's gone off in the house and the EMF has still stayed high. So there's an obvious energy shift with the detectors on here at 90 to 100 milligauss difference, and then suddenly the bloody compass has corrected itself. So I've put the compasses back in the hallway, and before, like, they were all facing the same way, and now this one is facing northwest when before it was northeast. So I've got them all facing the right way. If it's off 2 degrees, well, big deal, it's not a major thing, but that's off by 45 degrees, which is not right. Tap, tap, tap. Alright, it's going to go into the... Oh. Okay, got the Melram going into the room where there was a bookcase, and before we were getting some crazy reactions in the Melram. I wasn't recording. It went red, and what was going on there? It was crazy.
I haven't even got in the room.
It just came in the room and it went off.
Just at the front door. I'll stay next to you.
Okay, it's interesting.
You go out. Stay out, go to the kitchen.
Oh, all right, come back in. Hang on, Jill. It just actually did turn off. Oh, hang on. See if it catches up with you. Oh, no. All right, pointed at you. No. All right, so the Melram's acting a bit weird. I don't know why.
If I stand next to you,
Oh.
it doesn't like you being next to me.
Oh, excuse me. A bit judgmental.
Going back to me meditating on it last night and this morning, particularly this morning in the daylight, it's almost like maybe someone's never left, or someone wants to come back, and maybe where they want to come back to, it doesn't feel like they're welcome So they want to come back as close as possible. There may be a place where they were welcome before. So they think that, or they believe that here is where they can be, maybe in the short term, maybe in the long term, and usually this is what I'd call residual type thing. Usually they come back to where they're most comfortable, or they don't leave where they're most comfortable. So that's all my thoughts were. I haven't been inside the house. I don't know what you're experiencing. See, I'll look for an explanation more than make contact.
Do you sense anything more than one, or do you sense anything?
Well, I haven't lowered my guard yet, so I think about it. I'm stiff in the jaw, tight in the chest, sad, sadness. Well, I don't know, I think someone comes to visit, but I just get this feeling of loneliness that someone's lived here before. More or less they were left alone. The others that come to visit, the ones that smell of smoke and the ones that smell of carrion, might be here because they know you'll notice. That if someone's here because they know that you can sense them, that might be why they picked you. All right. Now, if your bodily health is falling as well, so your spiritual protection will be weakened as well. If people were coming for you, if other spirits were coming to you to feel calm and protected and communicate, right, they would have felt protected by you as well, particularly if it was a white light. They weren't looking for guidance, they were probably looking for warmth. And if it was a white light, their journey was straight ahead.
Peter, we'll go for a little walk around the house, mate. Yeah, you're welcome to. How you doing, mate?
There's differences in the EMF flow in here. But the pendulum, when at rest, in the bedroom, swings strongly north-south. It swings strongly north-south here. In the hallway, which was the old bathroom, was it? That's an extension? Yeah. It wants to come up the chain.
All right, so I've come back for the inside section with Peter Michelle, and John's told me is for the inside section with Peter Michelle, and John's told me is about to tell us something that's interesting that's happened since I was last here.
That afternoon, like at about 4 o'clock, I was just sitting on the couch, and the chimes went off. I was playing Yankee Doodle Dandy, but our doorbell does not play that, so we put it down to the alarm system, which doesn't have an alarm thing on it at all, any music on it. So.
But you push the button to see if it will stop it.
Yeah, but like it wasn't there. Like the sound was there for Yankee Dandy Doodle, but never heard it before on either of them.
So it's definitely coming from the alarm pad.
Yeah.
So just anywhere I feel drawn to.
Yeah, that's how you roll, Elaine. You normally come straight in the home and go where you think is most active.
There's someone here. Feeling a male presence standing here. I'm getting very short of breath and my heart's starting to palpitate. I want to come close in here. name Ted is coming to me. He knew John. Ted, do you wish to communicate?
The SLS camera is going crazy around you now.
I'm seeing a little boy dressed in about 60s, late 50s, early 60s clothing. He's got the short shirt, short sleeve shirt, shorts, and suspenders over the top, grey socks, black leather shoes. But he's not stuck here, he's just come in to see what's going on.
Because you're here, or because he's sort of...
Because I was communicating with Ted, so he's picked up the energy.
Oh, he's not Ted?
No, he's not Ted.
Ah, right.
No,
okay.
this is another little boy.
Right, okay.
Not at the moment. I'm happy to come back and revisit it, but I'm just being urged to go this way.
Yeah, the SLS camera is just going nuts there.
This was a baby's room. Is this a baby's room? Oh. Okay, I'm feeling sick in this room.
Coming up.
I was picking up like a baby, the bassinet over on that side. Sense children playing in these cupboards many, many years ago. I feel uneasy in this room, like something's touching my arms. Is there a presence?
We've got a stick figure. I can't really tell where it is though.
Is there a presence in this room with us? It's very cold in here too. Do you wish to communicate? Thank you.
Oh, Chris has just told us that there's a strong smell in the kitchen, so I'll let you go for this. Interesting to see what the smell is. Can we all smell the smell? John, can you smell the perfume? No? Okay.
Okay, so it smells gone? Yeah. Like lavender water?
Gosh, what is going on there? Right, we've got a skeleton map on the column.
Yep. And I'm covered in goosebumps again.
Who's that? Oh, that's you, John.
Emmeline. Is that you? Do you often come into this house? You've got a lot of energy, so I know you can swim that bigger if you want to. I know you can swim that bigger if you want to. Thank you.
The column has had a stick figure on it all this time.
Has it?
Doesn't make sense, yeah. Behind you, that one there.
Yeah. Okay. So, when I first walked into the room that the child is in, the toddler, I just got covered in goosebumps, freezing cold, and yeah, at first, and this might be part of it actually, because at first I felt like a woman's presence, but then it switched to the toddler.
Do you pick up, Elaine, anything that's inhuman?
No.
Right.
Okay, at the moment, I'm not picking up anything inhuman.
Normally they don't make themselves well known.
No.
Yeah.
But they do leave residual energy and whoa, okay. Instantly drawn down here. When I came down, or when I came out the back, I felt like someone was standing here like this and peering over towards us.
Okay.
As I've come in here, I can't feel any energy.
What was peeping around the corner? Was it a child?
About my height, so teenager.
In this location, we received some unusual phenomena, EVP, and the skeleton figure that was showing itself on that column with all that EMF. Well, I just really cannot explain that, for that column does not have a humanoid shape. This column, to this day, I have no idea what's causing this EMF. The power of the house was turned off, so I'm baffled by this. There is definitely energy variations within the home. We saw this and we documented this with our compasses, and I do have a compass that is still unable to read true magnetic north since being in this home. Peter Michelle picked up on using his pendulum that where we picked up energy variations, he too picked it up. Elaine picked up on the child spirit in the room, that Jill feels there is a child spirit as well, and we did pick up a small skeleton mapping. And in the master bedroom, the SLS camera went berserk in there. That's unusual. I'm very happy to hear that Jill has taken on responsibility of changing the environment for her home by calling a priest, and the priest did bless the space. As I deliberately distanced myself from this location for a while to see what the occupants would do for themselves. I'm very much supporting the idea that the occupants must empower themselves after we've been there, that they themselves have to do something to clear the space and to change the energy. Jill openly communicates with spirits there. She enjoys this experience, and when you do this, you can create a bridge to the other side where a stowaway of a malevolent nature can jump on board and come in through our heart intention. Energy flows where thought goes. The occupants have put up some wind chimes in the backyard near the back window where Jill was seeing the dark shadow while she's inside looking out. This is an interesting idea because it obstructs the view, gives something in between, so the occupant or the observer is not seeing only the space where she's feeling there is something there. Now this can be a part of our mind, imagination, but spirits are aware of this. If we are seeking something, well, that space in what we seek can be implanted something from the other side. Thank you for watching our episode. I'll see you next time. XRealm.